I need a second. Hey, what's up? Wait. Hi. Alright, give me a second. Alright. What is going on? How is everyone doing today? I'm doing great. I'm a little bit annoyed. My mic app, the Blue Sherpa app, it had to update like right now, right before the stream, and it takes fucking forever to update, and I just thought like, whatever. I mean, it sounds okay, right? I know that Destroma, my sound guy, he's gonna be like, oh, the Sherpa app doesn't sound like it's on, because it has some really good noise cancelling, and we had it on some pretty good settings. The mic sounds amazing with the mic software on, but whatever, it's fine. It doesn't look like I'm peaking, it looks good. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, let's not worry about that. I've been thinking about this stream a lot, how to go about it. Yeah, it made me think of a lot of the dialogue that I'm actually pretty familiar with, because I recorded all of the game's dialogue, like every single person's speech, everything a person could ever say in the game. I recorded it all. I did a lot of save scumming, because, you know, you got different pathways and shit. But it made me think a lot about how to present the... It's actually quite a big chasm of disparity between what's presented in the translations and what's actually being conveyed in the undertones and the subtext. A lot of cultural subtleties that and you know, just practices and just real common shit that you know, when not in Japan or when not in Rome, we don't know how to roam, right? So we're gonna know how to roam. Okay. Let me turn this MGS5 music off. I saw earlier, Avi, great job in identifying you're the first to identify, right, that it's MGS5. Great job. A+ on that. Yeah, I'm not being facetious, it's really, really good. I think a lot of people can recognize that it is Metal Gear, but probably not identify it as MGS5. I think 5 and 3 are the ones that hit me the most. Oh, thank you for the sub one again right now. Who is this? Raphael, thank you for the subscription today. Yeah, I agree that MGS5, it is absolutely a flawed masterpiece. Who said that earlier? Let's see, who said that? Who said that one again? NHR777. You are correct. We're gonna start a new game. All right. Let me, how's the game audio? Let's do this right, okay? Because we're doing essentially a walkthrough, so I want everything to be just right. Like, I want you to hear me right, I want the game to sound balanced. Yeah. Again now. I'm gonna keep talking. This isn't talking, this is singing. But yeah, MGS5. If only Konami gave Kojima the key like freedom with what he wanted to do. Like a lot of people actually didn't even know that Paz is in MGS5. Didn't know that you could actually find her. But if you haven't played the game, then, I mean, I'm not telling you where to find her, but you can find her. Everything sounds good? All right, let's go. Let's go today. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, thank you. We need these checkers. Okay. We're gonna watch all of this. We're gonna listen.
日の本すべてを焼いた戦火は未だに勢い衰えず山深いアシナの国にも燃え広がっていた。
This is true. This absolutely happened, and this is based in northern Japan, among the mountains. Hey! Oh God! And Andy Archer saved me. Today. With my bare hands! Psych! Give you a clean death. Give you the honor of a clean death. So that was Ishin. God, I wish I could pause this. But I love that Ishin, he wears common foot soldier's armor, not fancy samurai gear. He needs to be able to move. Functionality is the key for him. He doesn't care how he looks. Except for the boss hat. He's got to wear the boss hat.
Oh. 飢えた狼よ。
そして戦場で拾われた狼は修行の末熟達の忍びとなった。
忍びの掟は忘れまいな。親の次に大事なもの、お前の心に刻むがよい。あれが今日からお前の主だ。命をとして守る。たとえ奪われるとも必ず取り戻すのだ。よいなら、狼よ。
Oh, there's so much to talk about in that regard. I actually should have used the New Game Plus 10 guy, because he has everything. Including all memories and shit like that. So I might switch to that guy. It takes just a second.
一心の国取りから24年。アシナの国は斜陽にあり。狼の忍びはすべてを失っていた。育ての義父も守るべき主も。
Okay, so we gotta understand the key thing to understand about Sekiro. It's Miyazaki's most cryptic story. It's essentially, I've said this before, it's a 1,000-piece puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, but he only gave us 500 pieces. So, and it's all over the place in terms of chronology and stuff. It's a lot of piecing together.
目覚めてください。あなたの主のために。
Did you hear that sound? The chimes when that fell, when that letter fell. It's the sign of a spell. So is that It's a mystic magic spell at work. Rise, ninja of the realm, go forth and burn. I just wanted to show one thing here. That's why I wanted to start a new game. I just wanted to show one thing. Then we'll go to the new game plus 10 guy. All right. So before we start now, so we start here. We're lame as fuck. Look at our health. It's pitiful, right? So we started out, you know, here at the bottom of the well. We've got no health, we've got no fucking will to live. And what do we have on us? Do you remember? You didn't get the, you didn't see the what? That's right. I didn't see the Mikiri counter. Did I miss it? Did I miss Ishin's Mikiri counter? Yes, Avi. I truly believe that Emma is began the essentially it's a catalyst to the start of the story. The letter and the fluttering petal off of his leg, and we gotta talk about that too. Where the fuck have you ever seen in Ashina flowers? You don't. The only time you ever see them is in the Fountainhead and in the Divine Realm, obviously. But I wanted to show you. Do you remember what do we have on our person? We got nothing on us. We still have an arm. That's great, right? We have this. It's very important, the item description for this thing. So it's a small, palm-sized wooden Buddha, can be used repeatedly, held by Wolf ever since he was saved by his father. Its corners are rounded with use. Now see, that's why I really want the Japanese version of this game, and no one gave me an answer. What would happen? Should I reinstall, like, should I uninstall this English version and then install Japanese version? I don't know. I also don't know what would happen to the trophies. But anyway, what I really want to know is, ever since he was saved by his father, did he have it, you know, like, what are you talking about? Has he always had this? Or did he only start having it when Dad saved him? Okay, this Buddha is used to return home. That's a key point. That's very important. The word home is, it's not just, let's go back to the last idol, or it's in the heart also. It's the whole meditative process of finding yourself. Does that make sense? So yeah, this is the only thing we have. And the funny thing is, I did this on another, like on my second or third playthrough. You know, you start out with shit health and then you gotta use a gourd, you know, otherwise you can't pwn. You can just do this. Some of you have seen me do this many times. Every time you start a new playthrough, just do that. Funnily enough, when you're in New Game Plus and you start a new playthrough, you're fine. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, so there. You also cannot proceed without this letter. I've tried it. There's no point in wasting time. You can just, you can go on and stuff, but ultimately you have to come back and get this letter. So yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna quit this and we're gonna go to the New Game Plus 10 guy. We're gonna go to New Game Plus 11, I think now. Only because he has everything and it's more convenient that way for us to be able to decipher more of the lore. Otherwise it would take fucking forever. Because the information that we get from the gauntlets is also very important. Start here. Yeah, so the wonderful thing about Sekiro is, unlike, you know, Soulsborne, which are very much taking bits and pieces of historical references from mostly Western culture, but also a little bit of Far East and a little bit of Middle East and Persia. I remember in some of the armor, and there's no set time. It's a totally made up universe. But Bloodborne, yeah, we get it. It's early 19th century. But still very, very fantastical. Sekiro, on the other hand, is rooted in history. Yeah, there you go. Is rooted in actual history. This is in Sengoku. Is it 16th century? Am I correct? 15 something, right? Yeah. And this is a big. Okay. Shut up. We've heard this. Okay, good. I get it. It's a scourge. Yeah. See. When you start a new game plus, your guy's fine. I wonder about that. Like, it's not just. I always try to think of it this way. In any FromSoft game, I hate the excuse or the easy explanation of that. It's the game mechanic. It's just it's just a developer choice for key convenience. No, the beauty of Miyazaki's stories is that the mechanics and story go hand in hand. There's a lore or story related reason for anything to exist and to happen. Almost, that I can think of. So this gets me thinking, when you're a New Game Plus, you start out with full fucking health. You're great. Nothing's wrong. It tells me that it reinforces to me the whole cycling of memory thing that Miyazaki's a huge fan of. Yeah. You can go here, I think. No, you can't. You can't get any information yet. But you can get the upgrade materials and stuff like that. Yeah, you can't look at your arm yet. It's just, fucking locked out because, obviously we have our arm still. So we're good. All right, so we're gonna grab this letter, and it's all gonna be HUDless, okay? All right, grab this. Oh, fuck, I clicked too fast. Let's read it. Okay. Key items. Where's that letter? Where is it? The ornamental letter. Oh, by the way, her handwriting is it's very interesting. It was very hard for me to just read offhand, but it's a kind of a rudimentary style in my opinion. Like, it doesn't look like it's a whole lot of kanji in there. But anyway. Kuro's wolf, your destiny awaits you at the Moonview Tower. Escape from the well and found the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. Stay silent, stay vigilant. And there's no sendee, like, doesn't tell you who it is. And obviously it's information for Kuro to go off of. The key point here, the star of this letter, is that his master is alive. It doesn't say it so much, it just says, there's mention of Kuro, your destiny, etc. That's why I really gotta fucking see the I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the Japanese version of the game so that I can read these descriptions a little better. I read kanji much better than I interpret audially Japanese, other than the tonal interpretation. I'm pretty solid on that too, but yeah, I wish I could actually read it. But it's very cryptic here already. It's like, Wolf, he has no idea who the fuck sent him that letter, didn't give him anything, to regain his health, even though we don't need it, knows who he is, knows that he doesn't have a sword. So this person is keenly at an advantage over him in terms of information. He he doesn't know who they are, but they sure as fuck know who he is. So that's a thing that I think is not conveyed too strongly throughout the story, is that, you know, being a ninja, being a very experienced ninja, a master shinobi who's been in training for 20 years. I mean, a lot of that experience, probably because, you know, your first playthrough, you're such a moron, you know, we don't really see just how experienced he is, how he makes certain decisions, how he goes about things, his motivations, the things that he pays attention to, the things that he disregards. It doesn't really show it. So he harbors a lot of suspicion. He's very guarded. Let's just put it that way. And it just doesn't show it very well throughout the story, I think. Except in certain key moments. So we're going to listen to these guys talking shit about us.
特に稼などしておりませんが、構わぬのでしょうか。大事ない。刀もなく、気力すらない。奴はもうただのふぬけよ。
That's a pretty direct translation. There's nothing, you know, inaccurate about it. Except he did say that he doesn't have a sword, not so much as unarmed. He's without a katana. Well, they didn't see me there. I have key ninja powers. I stood up there. Alright. Oh, we got an eavesdrop here. Listen to them here. Let's eavesdrop.
君櫓が今宵も月に照らされておる。巫女様はまた月明かりで書をお読みかの。そうじゃな。まだほんの子供というに。 囚われとは気の毒なことじゃ。ああ、源一郎様も何かお考えがあるのだろうが。
Yeah, it's also nothing wrong with that translation. It's pretty accurate. So now, we're gonna hang out at a safe place and talk about how we fucking got to this point. And I'm gonna read your comments in a second. I just don't wanna, you know, fall off a cliff like an idiot. Alright, Wolf. At least when you start a new playthrough, like a new game plus, you don't get those horrible Assassin's Creed type messages. You know, oh, you're a ledge hang, press square to ledge hang, press circle to let go. Yeah. Oh, or double jumping. All right, we're gonna hang out here. Let go. We're fine here. We're fine here. Right. Okay, good. No one's gonna see us. Okay. Hi, Sheb. Hello. I totally didn't see you. Let me read. Well, Sheb, I'm sorry. I didn't mention too much other than the stuff that you already know. Like, this is, you know, completely rooted in history, and it's unlike the other FromSoft games and stuff. Well, no, Avi, I don't think it's there's too much to read from the, you know, in the context of bottom of a well. That's physically where he is. They threw him down there. Yeah, they literally threw him down there. And yes, I really think later when he sees Kuro, that's a big moment in there, and a lot of body language, and a lot of communication via body language that a lot of us don't see. And I wanna try to open these relationships up a little bit for you, because in past discussions, a lot of people have said that they feel Wolf is very cold towards Kuro, and we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna examine it in key ways. But how the fuck did we end up here in the well? How did Kuro end up here, imprisoned in this, you know, this tower by Geni? That's a massive gap between what happened at Hirata and what happened, afterwards, shortly afterwards. Because the information that we get about Hirata, both versions that we get from whoever's memory it is, in the first bell says young lord's bell charm, but we don't really know whose memory that is because it's Grandma Peggy who prepared that bell. So she probably infused some of her own maddened, flawed memory of, because she was subjected to the illusions of Lady Butterfly. And the next memory that we get from Dad, I mean, it's also someone else's memory. It's a bit more accurate. We see the truth more of what actually went down a little bit more, but it's still, it's still someone else's interpretation, and we cannot completely rely on that. So, for example, Wolf died. I did check PC free cam cutscenes of him getting stabbed at Hirata, and it is definitely because we looked at the blade and we looked at the hilt, it is Dad's sword. But in that cutscene, there's just a sword. Literally, when you use free cam to look at that cutscene, it's just a sword with nobody holding it, ramming through Wolf's chest. So we don't know. Why is it just another thing? There's a very interesting bit of information in Hirata about Dad. Later on, we'll see it. It just, whether or not it's Dad, it's most of us would say that that's for sure. It's for sure it's Dad, but I'm not convinced. There's motivations and just things that don't line up for me. And I've always been very curious who it actually was who killed him, or tried to kill him. And when Kuro saves him, when he lifts up that beam, do you guys remember that at the castle he couldn't even fucking open a window? How could he go all Christian Bale and lift up a beam? It's just such a big gap. We don't know what happened from the point that Wolf fell at Hirata, but we do know that Hirata is pwned. The ministry got to them, and somehow Geni now has Kuro. And you know what, Kuro? He looks a lot smaller in Hirata. He does look 3 years younger. So 3 fucking years of a gap. What happened there? So this is why I wanted to talk about the importance of... See, I made a lore video ages ago. It's really shit, though. About the importance of that petal on his shin that floated away. Now, I've examined the whole game. Other than in the depths at that tree in the Mibu village where you get the gourd seed, other than the flowers that are in the guardian ape's hole, his little hovel, there are no flowers in Ashina, and certainly none of them are sakura, cherry or peach blossoms, and that's definitely a sakura petal. And so I think my weird interpretation is that he has truly died. He was Kuro's powers, maybe they weren't all that I don't know, matured yet. I can't say, but he brought him back, but only at the very brink. That's the best he could do. He couldn't give you full health. And I think that he, when he was dead, he ended up in the divine realm. I think the the combination of him receiving the dragon's heritage and being on the brink of death, all that might have some link to him ending up in the divine realm. I'm certain, like I'm so sure when the dragon looks at him, it's like he's seen him before. But that's the only other time where we see a lone petal flying around. It's the dragon's cutscene. So I think there's a connection there. Death, rebirth, reinvigoration, recharge or whatever of memories. The cycle begins again. I think that's what the petal is all about. It's definitely magic. Yeah. So, Hi, I'm gonna read your shit now. 1 second. Huh. No, S1. I don't think he's very warm. He's very warm and sincere and very close with Kuro. It's just that maybe the language barrier. I really think that's a problem, and also the way they convey body language and shit. The whole no touching shit. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Lady Butterfly later when we get to Hirata. There's no point in talking about that now. Oh, congratulations, and Dragon 89 for beating Ishin. Awesome. Yeah, that KB, that is something that I had considered regarding Lady Butterfly and the little the sakura droplets. Hi, Saf Meowington. Awesome. And yes, Wolf is husband material for sure. Very loyal. All right, let's start this, and we're gonna pay very close attention to Kuro. So I hope we bridged some, a little bit of a gap between, him dying at Hirata and the well. I really think that it was 3 years. Was he stuck 3 years down a well? I don't know. That is not certain. I don't think so. I think based on what the gods said, he was brought here recently, Kuro. So I just don't know. But I know we know what Genny's motivations are. He wants the powers to live forever and shit like that. So, hey, look at that. Let's go in. Let's say hi. Ready? Ready, Freddy? I want you to pay close attention to their hands. Very important. Their hands, when they say certain things, what they do with their hands. Come on, get up there, buddy. Ooh, thank you for the power donation. Oh no, wait, that's Twitch. Thank you.
よく来てくれた。久しいな、狼よ。
お迎えに参上いたしました。我が主。
表を上げよ。くさび丸、そなたの刀だ。我が忍びよ。主従の約定に従い、命を賭し、我に仕えよ。
御意。
Let's read this first. Kusabimaru. Oh god, I wish I had a... Oh, wait. Ha! I got it right here. I have my official Japanese art book. And they will have the name of the sword in here. Now, I should have thought of this. I'm very sorry for not thinking of this prior. I just thought of this. I was gonna translate Kusabimaru. These are all places. Yeah, I want to keep. It's at the back. Okay. Yeah. So just now, did you guys notice anything noteworthy about their hand gestures and their body language? Did you get now? These are all prosthetics. Enemies of the Realm. This is such a good art book. I highly recommend it. I got it for a good price. It was on discount. The fists that they were both holding says it's beyond measure how much they convey. Just can't say it with enough words. Look at this concept art of Genny. Oops. Look at that. No, I think Shep, he was allowed to keep Wolf's sword. Maybe he requested it. And it's no problem to honor that, I'm guessing. I don't think Kuro is able to carry anything. He's pretty useless. Can't even open a window. No, we do not have the name of the sword.
It's from Hirata. It says right there in the script.
Yes, but I wanted to read the name in kanji. But yes, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's from Hirata. That's where Kuro is from, actually. Because his uncle is the some head honcho of Hirata. Yeah, a shinobi's role is to kill, but even a shinobi must not forget mercy, a mantra the blade itself may manifest. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. I wanted to talk about the body language. Super important. Well, Avi, yes, the bowing lower, it's rankage, of course. South Meowington, yes, they are bonded, but the sword is essentially the symbol of their oath. But what I wanted to talk about was the closed fists. See, Kuro offered his hand to Wolf. Wolf remained in place, fist closed, and he did not take his hand. And Kuro turned around and also held a fist. Now, from what I understand, like, in terms of body language, communication in Japan, especially with all the honor code and shit, like, the relationship of lord and retainer, all that, I think that both of them harbor a lot of regret and guilt. That Wolf does not feel he deserves this forgiveness, and Kuro also feels responsible that just he hadn't been able to save him earlier than this. I just feel like there's a that's what's happening here, and that it takes the rekindling of their oath, reestablishing their oath to start over. That's their way of forgiving not one another but forgiving themselves, and to to start anew. Let's begin this new chapter and get shit going on. Yeah. And it says a lot about their bond. I mean, we heard from the narrator at the start of the story, you know, before he, you know, it's a black screen before we see Emma walking in the snow and him in the well. Well, it's pretty. That the shinobi known as Wolf has lost everything, including the father who took him in, and the boy who he swore an oath with. I think that now I fucking lost my train of thought. What was I saying? God damn it. I fucking lost my train of thought. Well, yes. Right. This is just how close they are. Kuro has nobody anymore. His whole clan in Hirata was wiped out. And you know, even his uncle has died. So there's nobody there. And Kuro doesn't have anyone either. So these two, it's not just as simple of a, it is simple in its beauty and purity, but it's not as, you know, as contractual as, you know, a lord and his bodyguard. They are family, very tight, these two. They are all each other has. So it's a big indication just to look out for is what was I saying? The way Wolf speaks to Kuro is unlike with anyone else. The measure of, there's a lot of, he's not one for flowery speech. We know that. It's very direct. But with Kuro, he uses a lot of honoraries and is very formal without being distant. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eric Gondo. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for the kanji of that. Yeah. The second word actually means medicine. Why is that? Or it could mean something else. But the first thing I thought was, tool. Yeah, tool, medicine, measure of curing. Yeah. And then the first name has, it's to do with Hirata. Yeah. That's a very good question too. Like, we can't even say like how long he's had it, because you know what's fucking hilarious is what did I remember is in Hirata, we gotta try this. We gotta go to Hirata before we get the mortal blade and see what happens. But he definitely has the sword there. So again, but it's all convoluted memories in Hirata. It's so little to go off of. Yeah. Anthony, I have never done a lore for Bloodborne. I don't think I'm really fully qualified. There's a lot of answers that need answering in Bloodborne that I'm just not that well versed in, but I know of a lot of people who are very, very experienced in Bloodborne lore. It would be great to invite them over. Yeah. Thank you, KB. Thank you. Hey, First Tense. I love seeing you back. You have a great username. All right. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to come up here and look at all these books. So we know from the gods that Kuro, he reads all the time. What does he read about? He's reading about the dragon's heritage. We know that later on. But he's trying to find key clues of the dragon's heritage. And believe me, I've tried. I've looked at these titles with a really just keen and microscopic eye, as microscopic as it can possibly get. And no, it doesn't mean shit. Can't fucking see anything. All right, we're gonna pick this up. Okay, here. Now, I love that these items around the world are presented in this way. They are offerings. They are presented as offerings. And only he can pick them up. So that tells you a lot about, we're going to discuss further about who Wolf really is. Right now, let's just say he's a man. He's still a man. Okay, but later on, that's going to change. And as we well know, at this point, when you kill enemies, when you hit the square like this, the vacuum, you can't suck anything up. And why is it that it's only after he lost his arm that he has that key ability? We'll talk about that later. Let's pick this up. Okay, medicinal pellets that slowly restore vitality. A secret treatment passed down for generations in these lands. Records say it has been used in battle since times long gone and lent to the famed resilience of Ashina warriors. A pill case full of these pellets would also serve as a battle charm. Now, if you don't want me to read these, I don't have to. We can talk about what they actually are, though. These pellets, they are... I saw this in a lore video from a lore channel that used to be really active. It's just, I don't think I've seen anything new from them in a while. But they talked about the food in Sekiro, and these pellets are real. They're for real. Warrior soldiers, foot soldiers, especially ones that had to travel a lot. That's what they really had. They're about this fucking big. They're huge. And I think there were, what did that person, that content creator say? I think there were like basically three different kinds. But they're all essentially the same. They taste like ass, but they have ground medicinal herbs and ingredients in them, very, very nourishing, and just like they stick to the gut, basically, heavy on the carb side. Yeah, carbs, and like healing shit, and that also reinvigorates. It gives them lots of energy. Power bars, that's essentially what they are. So I love that. Yeah, I love that it's real. Love it. All the food in this world are actually based off of real shit that existed and still exists to this day. All right, look at this fucking cage that they gave Kuro to sleep in. You fucking animals. Call yourself Ashina warriors. Got a bucket for him to shit in. Look at that. Horrible. Absolutely despicable. He's got a little coal, what do you call those? Fuck, I forgot. It's a heater. Yeah, he can cook shit on it too, but I don't think he's got any cooking material. That's the shit that he wears when he leaves. When we get the Immortal Severance ending. No, wait, no, the Purification ending. Yeah, that's the shit that he wears, his hat. He's got his, this is his Hirata outfit. Can we get rid of them? Oh my god, I broke it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Kuro. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. He's got a lot of hats.
Yeah, the thing about Hirata, I was gonna give you the lowdown.
Yeah?
It's where...
1 second. Lloyd, the sugars are real. Yeah, based off of real things that existed. Yes. What were you saying?
What sake they make? It's the healing waters, Dragon Spring sake.
Dragon Spring sake is not. It's Ashina sake that they make.
Yes, but it's they're kind of called the healing clan. They're not real warriors.
Oh, Hirata.
But they took in the dragon's heritage and their people.
Right.
So of course Kuro is the last, so he gets what? Kasabimaru with the healing. That's why it's got that word. Sword.
No, it's an heirloom.
It's an heirloom of Hirata, which they gave to Kuro's family, and that's why.
I'm gonna put this over here so that people can hear you. I'm sorry. So yeah, that is a. I'm so sorry. I keep knocking into the mic. please excuse me for... It's really loud, I know, when I move the mic. Yeah, so the sword is not Wolf's then. It's an heirloom of Hirata. It's a symbol of healing. Okay. Hey, Super Saiyan! Okay. So let's talk. Yo, what's up? Look at his clothes. He's got him here. He's got a packet. He's got a little lunchbox ready. He's ready to go. Yeah. You ready to go camping, kid? Let's go. All right.
狼よ、そなたの体、その後大事はないか。
その後とは。
あの世のこと、覚えておらぬのか。
はい。
いや、司祭は後にしよう。今はこのアシナの城を脱さねばならぬ。
御意。
堀沿いに進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。一心様よりそう聞いたことがある。まずはその橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたらそうだな、足の歯笛で合図をくれるか。ほら昔聞かせてくれたであろう。こうピーッとな。その音を頼りにそなたのもとへ行こう。狼よ、そなたからも何かあるのか？
This is up to you if you want to see me play Charmless. It's actually more fun. But just now, I don't know if you can hear, discern from Kuro's tone. He's actually very polite with Wolf, but also there's the side of him that's a child that comes through with when he's with Wolf. They're very comfortable. He's very comfortable around him. You know, with imitating the sound of the reed whistle and stuff. He uses a lot of he's very polite, lots of please and thank yous and which they don't show in the translations, but I guess it would come off as a little bit too much. It's not ordering him around or anything. He's very super polite about it. More suggestive than anything than ordering him around. So that's the thing. Like if you look at the way Kuro stands, we're gonna look at how he looks in Hirata. Now Hirata, he's tripping balls. He's not doing good. But he looks different. He is smaller. He's shorter. He's got a bigger head. He looks more childlike than here. Yeah. So I don't know. I am trying really, really hard to piece together this 3-year deal. If in fact that version of Kuro that was so small is even real. Is it accurate? Or, you know, this shit, like, it could have just happened last week. You know, it just, fucking 3 years, are you serious? I'd be a little bit more happy to see Wolf if I hadn't seen him in 3 years. That's just such a major gap. And the only way we know that it was 3 years ago was because he talked to that Nightjar that was dying, told him that it's, the year of the Dragon Spring pilgrimage, and you know, Wolf was like, oh, it was 3 years ago. So what's that? You know, we gotta figure this shit out. You guys gotta help me. Okay, we're gonna try and piece this together. The puzzle, Hirata is the biggest puzzle. We have no fucking idea what really happened there. Yeah, but all this is real. All right, so do you want me to do Kuro's charm? You're still stuck at the mini-boss by the cliffs? Oh, the first one? I'll show you how to fight him. Yeah. Doesn't he look 3 years younger? I think so. Yeah. Emma says something about treating him while he's in the hole. She didn't say anything. She gives you the gourd. She didn't give... She gave the gourd to Kuro. It was for Kuro. what the description says. It was made for him, but Kuro gave it to us. So let's take Charmless.
それはあの時に。そうか。気づいていたのだな。
持っていていただきたいのです。
だが、このお守りは今まで苦難を抑え、そなたを守っていた。それを超える苦難など追ってほしくはない。だからできればこのまま持っていてくれぬか。
He's very insistent. We are gonna give it. Yeah. It's funny that I mean, this is also worked into the game mechanics, but I like how he said it. It's like, oh, you noticed. So throughout our first playthrough, we are so dumb we don't even know that we have this charm stuck on us, probably in our underwear. But anyway, I want to look at it because once we give it, we can't fucking see it. This is Kuro's charm. So we don't see this in the first playthrough, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I started a new game. Charm received from Kuro. So it was placed on Wolf in secret after... See, it says here, after he lost his life in Hirata and gained the power of resurrection. So he did die. He died twice now, because when he loses his arm, he dies again. Poor guy. The charm has protected the wolf well, tempering his ordeals. To part with it would mean facing a path of hardship beyond that endured thus far. Yeah, you can say that it's a cool way to implement hard mode into the game. But it's also another, sweet sentiment and, closeness between the two that he made this charm specifically for Wolf. So, yeah, we've seen it. Let's do it. Yep. Yep. Heard it. Take it.
苦難ならば望むところ。これは巫女様にお返しします。
わかった。ありがとう。そなたを待ち受けるのは今までをも超えた艱難辛苦の道。だがそなたならば超えられる。狼よ、そう信じているぞ。
Alright. I need to check something real quick. Just want to make sure. Something. Please excuse my checking. I just want to make sure that everything is good. Okay. I just wanted to see why it was flashing. Okay, so we're good. We're gonna start. Okay. At this point in new game, he gives us the gourd. So we're gonna read it. I haven't used this thing since May of last year. So this gourd, it's filled with medicine, and it's made by an apprentice of the extraordinary Dr. Dogen. Now that's pretty key. Like he's got a bunch of apprentices. He had a school, so doesn't really tell you who it is. We are led to believe that it's Emma. Aries, come here. Yeah, good boy. Though it is strange that the gourd's medicinal waters refill automatically, the seeds within may hold the secret to how it works. Now, I find that very interesting that these magical seeds, I mean, they come from the land of Ashina, which is magical and is imbued with I would say infected with the waters. They are cursed with the infected waters of the Fountainhead. Fountainhead's waters are fucked. But they do have life-giving, rejuvenating properties, and that's the key. These seeds, they have magic water in them. You stick them in a gourd, and when you recharge your memories at these sculptor's idols, which, by the way, sculptor's idols are also very interesting to me. Like, who the fuck made those? Like, said that the sculptor at the temple, he once mentioned that the kind-faced Buddha was carved by the true sculptor. So, who's that?
You.
Is it me? Is it us? We'll figure it out. Yeah. What? Hi, Dirty Jazz Hands. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for tuning in. The Memitim, that is very interesting. It is, I'm fairly certain that it isn't, but it is some form of water that comes from the fountainhead. What Genichiro just thought was a great idea to drink is the sediment, rejuvenating sediment. So it means that like it's like the worst of the worst, like, you know, very it's a measure of desperation. That's what we can discern. All right, let's go, Wolf. Let's do it. I'm gonna let you guys choose. We can just hurry the fuck up. Or, I mean, we've seen this before. You don't need to see me fight these guys, right? You want me to just see me run? Hey, Lespatule! Hello! Well, these aren't Super Saiyan. They're not centipede seeds. And, they look pretty cool, actually. We can't really see them in this playthrough, because, I already got them all. I'm gonna have to look and read them, but I can go to the other playthrough, the Charmless playthrough. He's only got one heal. Yeah. Wandering from, perhaps after the injuries at Hirata, exiled for his failing in his duty, during which time remained blessed, one from place to consume with guilt the contents of, where Super Saiyan, where do we see centipede eggs? Am I tripping? I don't remember seeing centipede eggs. I see eggs in the lake at the fountainhead. That's a very good point, KB. I'd never thought of that before. But the thing is the do you think he could have been stuck at the divine realm for that long? Because I'm very much tied to that petal that floated off. As we know from playing the whole game, said before, there's no flowers. Definitely no sakura flowers here in the whole realm of Ashina. All the plants are dying, actually. But I really think that during that 3-year period, he was at the divine realm. Maybe time works differently at the divine realm, perhaps? Yeah. Yeah, Super Saiyan. Yeah, it's at the fountain. Yeah, it's at the fountain. Let's go. Fuck it. Alright. Today. Hey, now. No, you're not gonna get me, John Swordsman. Hey. At Sharon Pona. Walking. Driving. Hey. What's up? You're not gonna come look at me? You're not gonna come look at me. What cowards. Fucking cowards. Did I run so quickly that they couldn't see me? Okay, we can eavesdrop here. Shh.
この橋の下、堀のどん詰まりに抜け穴があるじゃろ。あそこも見張りせよとの仰せじゃと。なんとも限界なことじゃ。戦が近いのかもしれんの。
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Who's guarding it though, other than the one Nightjar? Fuck, I better win this fight. I can't lose this one. Wah! You idiot. How the fuck do we get up now? Oh, here. Yeah. You moron, Wolf. How dare you? How dare you embarrass yourself amongst the peoples? What a moron. We'll get our health back here. See, look at what this little munchkin is doing. You see, he's sawing at the ropes. He's sabotaging this bridge. Yeah. Ah! Why do I keep hitting circle? Fucking Christ, gotta take one of these.
What is the kanji that shows when he does it?
It says cure. It says cure when
People would
he...
like to know.
Yeah, sorry, I totally just forgot to...
You should do it again.
I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when he... You gotta press square, moron! Wolf, dare call yourself a ninja. You're an embarrassment to the ninja community. Alright, this is what happens when you heal. That kanji, it says cure. Yeah. Alright, let's do this again. Wolf. Told you to press square. Why'd you press circle? Fucking idiot. There. Alright. Alright. There's a munchkin here. Yeah. He's sabotaging the bridge. So these guys, they work for Sempo. They are Sempo assassins.
And they are probably orphans.
Oh my god, you think so?
I would imagine so. What in this time period, disformed children like, you know, that.
Oh, they took in children and did all sorts of horrible things to them, not only for their experiments, but also to train them up as assassins.
You can assume that they're orphans that were given up because of their disformity.
I never thought of that. Any of you thought of that? That these are a clan of deformed... These munchkins are a clan of deformed children that were taken by the monks of Sempo to become their assassins. Orphans, yeah. Orphan to them, yeah. They were donated to the Sempo society.
Some certain temples in northern Japan, orphans were... It's just like a...
Like an orphanage.
An orphanage.
Yeah.
A Catholic orphanage in the West.
Yes, that I know of. Yes, they take in orphans and train them up as monks and stuff. But here they train them up as assassins. Yeah. Super Saiyan, we gotta also remember that Sekiro is also magical. Like we just said, you know, we think that these not little people, they're deformed children. Look at this fucking idol. It's denied to us. We don't remember that we've been here before, so we don't have a fucking flame on the idol. Alright, let's blow your whistle. Hey. You guys like the no HUD? I highly recommend it, guys. You gotta play with no HUD on. This appears to be the escape route. Call the divine air with the reed whistle. Yes. One again. Look how careful he is. Kuro is very frail.
He's the opposite of frail.
He thinks he's frail. That's what he says. He wishes he was stronger. Why can't he open a window then? You can't answer that question. Yeah. Do you think that's it? That the reason for Kuro's physical frailty is to do with our bond? He gives us powers. And that's why
he could lift the wood in Hirata's, because he hasn't lent his power to anyone, so he hasn't.
Oh my god! That is such a good point! And yes, Avi, Black Hat Badger's story is tragic. It's really sad. We're gonna try and get the whole thing. This is gonna take us a while to do this lore through. Yeah, KB, I agree. You can't experience Sekiro without taking the huddle. We gotta talk to him. That's a great idea that my friend Quendra just presented. That because at the time, well, Kuro, what are you doing? Don't do that. Because he hasn't lent us powers, given us the blood, that's why at the time he was barely strong enough to lift up the beam. But now, as you can see the way he carries himself and stuff, he probably physically feels weak because of the powers that he gives us. That's a very good point. I had never thought of that.
That's why his hair is gray.
No, his hair is gray in Hirata also. Yep, still has a strand. But again, how can we possibly know what's true and what's not, you know, in Hirata? We just gotta take what's given to us. Yeah, his hair already had gray in it.
In the cutscene of him lifting the beam.
In the cutscene of him lifting the beam? I don't know. I actually have it on the Eye of the Montage. We'll see. We'll see. We'll answer key questions. Hey, yo.
この城を出ていずこへ参ろうか。まずはアシナの国を離れるか、あるいはどこかに身を隠すか。そなたはどう思う？
御意のままに。
御意か。そなたは変わらぬな。
は。
いや、懐かしいと思うてな。さあ、参ろう。
What do you think from that? What he means? Is it to do with the whole what their key saying by any means? Yeah, that's probably it. And he doesn't remember that they had that key conversation. Yeah, Genny doesn't have this patch, and they both have it on their lefts. Well, he has it on both left and right, Kuro, but more on the left. See? But Wolf definitely only has the mark on the left. Oh, look at his eyes. Huh. They're not yellow here. Maybe not dark enough. Alright. Let's go fight Genny. Genny powers. Look at him. Oh my god. How many of you, when you first started your very first playthrough, you came here, you saw that guy, you just knew, you're just like, I'm not ready for this. How many of you felt that way? How many of you actually beat him on your first playthrough? That I really want to know. I just can't think of anyone who could have done so. Or it might have been a really close one. Like, used up all the gourd and the pellets. I'm gonna be right back. I just need to use the loo. We're gonna have a nice shot of Wolf's beautiful face here. There you go. Alright. Be right back. Yeah. Just let me know about your first playthrough. How your Genny fight went. I died right away. I just thought of a couple things that I should mention now or I'll forget them. One, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with cinematic as in no commentary, no HUD, long plays of games. It's very prevalent in the survival horror circle. And no one's ever done it really for FromSoft games, and Sekiro is perfect for it because it is truly HUDless, especially when you're in New Game Plus. You don't have those annoying tutorial messages. I was thinking, for the purpose of making sleep aid or just something for you to have on. Some people like to just have their TV on or whatever, tablet, just have something on for ambience or whatever. I like to have these survival horror long plays on. The Silent Hill 2 is actually a favorite of mine, as weird as that sounds. It's actually very soothing. I was wondering if you guys would be interested if I record a full cinematic playthrough of Sekiro without ever entering the menu. Yeah, without ever going into my my items. Yeah, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna see how doable it is to make it a no idle run too. That would be great because that's also a menu when you sit down. Realistically speaking, I think it is doable, but I also want to know. I mean, it's a lot of effort. I mean, I gotta play through the entire game, and I gotta play well, and it's no HUD, no commentary, no webcam, nothing. It's just the ambience of the game. If you guys would be interested, if you guys would like certain dialogue included, or no dialogue at all, just complete traversing, poning, and the area music and stuff like that. Would you be interested? It is? Yay! Yeah, V, absolutely. Absolutely. You beat him on your 69th try. Very good. I have another thing that I wanted to look at right now is because we were talking about Hirata. I'm not going to remember. So we're going to look at our memories, our key items. We're going to look at this remnant of Dinner Dad. So when you, just in case, I'm going to go somewhere else so you don't see it. Some of you who have not tried the gauntlets, you won't know about this yet, but that's another thing that makes the gauntlets very worthwhile, is they give you really great pieces of lore. So this is the memory that you get from beating Dinner Dad in the gauntlet, not just in memories. So same thing, the battle memory of an extraordinary foe, although distant, recollection of such a memory provided sustenance for the wolf. Now I always wanted to read that too in Japanese, to discern better what, like, the battle memory of an extraordinary foe. Like, I feel there's a little bit of maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there. Like, is it Wolf's memory that he lost? Recollection of such a memory, like, I don't know. Or is this someone else's memory? I'm not really sure, but it's, I'm gonna guess that it was his, that he had lost, memory that he had lost, but I still think the wording is a bit weird. So Al once abandoned the young wolf in Usui Forest, expecting him to fend against the illusions, likely never to return. Only in victory would he recognize the boy as his son. In this way, and this way alone, he raised the wolf as his own. Now, when I got this piece of information after beating Dinner Dad in the Dinner Dad gauntlet, I was floored. Because I've always been fascinated by their relationship, the father-son thing. We can't really tell too much from the story other than, obviously Wolf shows concern for him, but it's not a loving relationship from what I gather, because, it's very hard life for the both of them, and especially for Wolf. the incredible training that he went through. But this was vital to establishing their bond. Now I love the bond ships with his the people that he comes across. He, like, to say that he recognized the boy as his son and raised the wolf as his own, it's not as simple. It's not so, like, it's not as distant as, just, picking up some kid and making, them not an orphan anymore. It's like a blood oath. They are tight, they're there for each other, and because Wolf has proven himself worthy, and it's a really big deal. The fact that Wolf didn't get pwned in the forest, it was it was an eye-opener for Dad, and he invested 20 years in training Wolf. So it tells me that to him and to each other, they're valuable. I mean, Wolf is a valuable commodity, and that's what also makes his murder in Hirata very confusing for me. Like, I don't really understand the motive, and we'll get into that when we get there. Yeah. So let's go. Let's fight Genny. No, Sheb, I'm in New Game plus 11. No, New Game plus 10. I'm in New Game plus 10, so I can meekly counter and everything. You know how I can pwn the New Game fight, no problem. But yeah, let's do this. Yeah, Avi, of course it would be great to have, some, DLC of some sort as a graphic novel or whatever of more stories of Sekiro, just like there is one for Hanbe. But yeah, I mean, there is a joy to making the story your own, from however you interpret it. God damn, it's beautiful here. All right, let's go. Am I ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's walk. Let's walk menacingly. Wait. Okay. Yeah. I remember we discussed this a little bit. I'm very sorry, I forgot who. I think it was you, KB, or it could have been someone else. I apologize. But there's talk about, was it you, Avi? That, last we stood together was at your uncle's funeral. Like, what's that about? I think it's a little bit of a guilt trip, essentially, the way it realistically was, I mean, he imprisoned Kuro, but it's also, we took you in, buddy. You have no family. We, the Hirata clan has always been like a node of the Ashina forces, so we're good. We're gonna take you in, and I was there at your uncle's funeral, and this is how you repay me, by jumping ship, by you know, no goodbye or whatever, no thank you. So, but of course, you know, that's why Kuro couldn't look him in the eye. That was it's a very rare moment for Kuro to be so shamed by that. But you know, Wolf is like, don't worry, I got this. You know, you are no longer imprisoned. You don't have to feel bound by this sham of you know, of give and receive, which is a very big thing in Japan. I wanted to talk about that.
Wolf was defending his honor, literally.
It's he's defending Kuro's honor. Yeah. But I wanted to talk about giving and receiving too later. So let's do this. Yeah.
The uncle is the head of Hirata, who took in the dragon's heritage and their family.
Yes. The uncle is, well, I think it might have been previous generations who took in the dragon's heritage as well.
Yes, but they're always considered his uncle.
Oh, okay.
The Hirata head of the clan are not fathers to these.
No. Yeah, I should specify that this uncle is not most likely not related by blood to Kuro. He's just referred to as an adoptive uncle. For generations, the Hirata clan have provided sanctuary for the clan of Dragon's heritage. Yeah.
Uncle in Japanese is literally, you know, a friend, you know,
friend of the family.
Yeah. That's the word they use in the game.
Oh shit! I didn't hear. What did he say? Did he say? Was it Suma? When Kuro says thank you to Wolf, it's almost an apologetic thank you.
No, it's more. It's when someone that is of a higher status never really say sorry.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I said apologetic. Yeah. Kuro is of much higher rank than Wolf. Not societally speaking, that's weird, but yeah, he cannot say, you know, I'm sorry that you have to do this, but thank you. Like that's the best way he can convey this. All right, let's do this. Sumana, is it Sumana? He said Sumana. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Run! Move. Got you, that's one. Fuck, damn it. God damn it. Move. Oh, God damn you! Got you. All right. most beautiful shot in the entire game.
Coward.
He is a coward. And desperate.
忍びよ、卑怯とは言うまいな。
Honoring cowardice.
巫女はもらっていくぞ。
My god, it was such a big blow for Kuro to see his guy fall like that he fucking passed out. Poor kid.
Or it affects him physically.
It probably also affects him physically, the bond. Never thought about that. I always thought it was just the trauma.
What could drain him mentally? He is a boy.
You mean as a child, or are you talking boy?
He's young, immature.
Yeah, he's
mentally can't handle the force of a bond like that being shattered.
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Couldn't even give him a pillow. I love that the cutscenes are in-game animations, you know? They're not, 3D renderings of cutscenes, you know? Except for the first one, the opening cutscene. Ah!
これを
目覚めたようじゃな。どうやらまだ死の定めではないと見える。
Sure thing, bro. Cool story. So, okay. The artificial arm of a shinobi passed down by the Sculptor. That's also a bit of a arbitrary name, the Sculptor. A replica of a human arm fitted with a variety of mechanisms, apparently designed with modification in mind. While it bears a number of cuts and is stained thick with blood and oil, it has been impeccably maintained. All right, so what I love about that cutscene is, now we see Wolf do this a couple times, but when he looks at that arm, which is pretty fucking horrifying in my opinion, like when you see the bones, and there's a grotesque beauty to it. It's just it's an incredible design. The way he said it, it doesn't sound like, the fuck is this? You know, it's more of remembering.
Yeah.
He's seen this before. He's like, you know, like he's trying to remember, where did he see this? The way he examines it, it's not of any shock or horror or anything. You could say that maybe a subconscious part of him expects this, maybe, but that's what I'm saying. That little bit of what is this? It conveys a lot. Trying to remember shit. All right, so
It's in how he said it.
it's in how he says it.
If he wanted to know how, like, what is this in a horrified way, he would have said it very different.
He would have, yes. Yeah, nande. Yeah, it would have been more like that, but there's no fear or shock or horror in that. What the fuck is this? I've always wanted to know. There's a couple of them that don't have heads on them. You can't break these either. But, this offering box has got a... Was this where the arm was?
Probably.
That's just great.
Or the sculptor wore it, but since the sculptor doesn't leave, you would assume that Emma had you picked up from the field and brought here.
Emma notified the sculptor.
No, the sculptor doesn't leave this temple.
She did it. Well, he told you that he picked you off of the field.
He just, in the way he said it, no, he didn't.
Let me listen. I haven't heard that in a while. Okay, yo, what's up? Great carving, bro. Don't hide it.
名は何という？その目、さしずめ、任に敗れた狼といったところか。
言えぬ。
それが忍びじゃな。わしは仏を掘らなきゃなら。お前さんはお前さんで好きにしな。
I really like these guys. They're the two of them, their relationship, how it grew, how their bond of trust grew, and how, you know, shinobi are shinobi. Like, we don't know right away that he is a shinobi.
It's more of you are him, he is you.
I think so too.
You're the same person with that arm. It's the arm who's talking to each other.
Oh my god, I never thought of that. The arm speaking on behalf.
Yeah.
It's their bond. Yeah. But it's very realistic. Their interactions. All the interactions are very realistic. Based off of how people talk in Japan. All right, let's talk.
わしが掘る仏はどうやったって怒り顔だ。業深いものはそうなる。お前さんもいつか掘ってみればわかるだろうさ。それで何か言うか。
Oh.
See, his is all of wrath, yours is all of regret.
Yes, we'll get to that in a little bit. In terms of wrath and regret and them being vessels. I've never really paid attention to him saying that. Just now, the way he said it, with, you know, how shit is gonna go down for you. There's a lot of regret in there. There's a lot of, it's like, it's gonna happen to you and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. Like that. That's how it comes off to me. Oh yeah, Avi. Absolutely. Very unlike MGS5. No. Yeah, Little Giant Robo. I really think that it's really fucking bloody in there. Really bloody. I can only just discern that it's possibly the arm. Well, we're gonna talk about him here. We'll see how he got here. Yeah. Or we go to allegorical. Well, that's the thing though, is that there's a lot of allegory in Japanese storytelling. It's not so you know, it's subtext. You know, using one thing to tell the story of another, like that. So it's a little bit it's not so cut and dry. So it's how do we get here?
拾ったのよ。屍かどうかもわからぬものを野良犬に食わせてやることもあるまい。
どれほど俺は眠っていた。
お前さんを拾ってからずいぶん経つぞ。
そうか。
じゃが主の主はまだ生きておるぞ。アシナの城で囚われとなっている。だがすぐにもその血を利用されちまうだろう。お前さんを見ればその価値は十分にあろうというものじゃ。
All right. So, this poor guy, he's really far gone, the sculptor. I really feel that unless he's been drinking, a lot of what he says are not really his thoughts, his words. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that he's just like Wolf. The two of them, they are vessels. That's why, you know, after you have died and you got your arm and everything, you now can vacuum. You can suck shit up now because you have come back as a vessel of regret, and he came back as a vessel of wrath. And the only way he could hold this shit at bay was to continuously make 1,000, Buddhas. Yeah. Now let's continue.
この左腕、俺に何をした？
そいつは忍び義手。石腕の狼にはおあつらえ向きの牙じゃろうて。仏を掘るには無用でな。お前さんにくれてやる。
忍び義手。
そいつはただ失った腕を補うもんじゃない。人具を見つけたらわしのところに持ってくるがいい。
人具だと？そうか、このからくり。
察しがいいな。人具を持ってきたら忍び義手に仕込んでやる。そうすりゃその義手のありがたみがわかるじゃろうさ。喋りすぎたな。いい気な。
Okay. I like that. I'd never paid attention to that when he says that useless when it comes to carving Buddha. It's not so much that as that, it's not for sure you can use it to carve Buddha, but I think that's not what he wants. He's no longer assuming that role anymore where he needs the arm. Yeah.
巫女様の血が利用されるとはどういうことだ？
わしも詳しいことなど知らん。ただ、流院、そう呼ばれる特別な血があるという。主の主はそれを持っておる。
それゆえ巫女様は
付け狙われる。お前さんの体が妙なことになっておるのもそのせいかもしれぬな。
All right.
わしが掘る仏はどうやったって怒りが業深いものはそうなる。お前さんもいつか掘ってみればわかるだろうさ。それで何か用か？
These are all the idols you visit, and your journey is the ones you've carved out of regret.
You carved them.
Yeah.
You are the sculptor.
Well, yeah, all the sculptor idols throughout the land are yours that you've carved out of regret for memories that you lost.
I never thought of that. That makes a lot of
お前
sense.
さんもそうじゃが、この荒れ寺にはおかしな客がまあまあ訪れる。寺を出て右手の広場にもそうした者が一人おる。妙なことになっておる者同士、気が合うかもしれんな。
It really breaks my heart to hear the way he says you'll find out, when you carve one of your own. He says it with such certainty, like it's gonna happen to you. You'll know. You'll find out. Like it's not a maybe or anything like that. Yeah. Look at that. I love when there's come rushing towards us. The what do you call those again? Emblems. I love when the emblems come rushing towards us. So these idols are ones that we carved. Is that what we've been doing these 3 years? It's very hard to interpret a Japanese story and understand to not take things in a very literal sense. So each one, you know what? Whenever we sit down at an idol, we're gonna look at that in a second. I gotta go back here. I need my money. How much money do I have? Let's see. Oh, I don't have enough. There's one here. It was an offering to the temple. Taking your life savings, bruh. Filled with a small amount of Zen, has somewhat satisfying weight to it. Zen in this purse is not lost upon death. I love that mechanic. Hopefully they'll give this to us in Elden Ring. I love that you can... I like the separation of XP and money. You know, use them in different ways. XP is for your own leveling up and for your own skills, and the money is for buying shit. I really like it, and you know, you can hoard that shit so you don't fucking you know, lose it when you die. Yeah. More of these pellets. Did you guys like that information about the pellets earlier? That they're real soldier power bars. Yes, Avi, the Japanese voice acting is A++, man. They spared no expense in that regard. And that's probably why they didn't put, like, the English voice acting for this game is pretty subpar compared to the other Soulsborne games. I really think so. It's not just the American accent. That's not the point. Like, we're used to, you know, hearing the English accent in these oldie time, you know, stories or movies or whatever. That's not the thing. It's just it's missing a lot of characterization in the voices. I really think so. But yeah, in the Japanese, excellent. Yeah. Oh, Avi. Oh, asks, why did he get here instead of how did he get here? Oh yeah, Little Giant Rowboat. That's awesome. What are some of the most informative books that you read in this regard with you know, with regard to Buddhism that gave you more insight? We're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go to the next idol. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk to Hanbe. Okay. Oh. You know, you guys watch me play, you know, every Friday, and it's HUDless. Does it make you want to play HUDless? I really hope it does. All right, we're gonna pay attention to the words that show up when Wolf sits down at the idol. Let's go towards it with real style. I love that. Love those flames swirling about and the sound effect for it. Beautiful. This game has it's the level of awesome is the same as Bloodborne, but I think it's just it's very different. It's just very, very different. In here, it's just because they're different games. The Bloodborne is all about the integral horror, and in here, every sound is to intensify the immersion of this being a fantasy setting in a real world, and I just love it. Yeah, let's sit down. Yo. Okay, I saw that for a second. It said ghost, spirit, see, sought, found, or seen through. So it's not so much like just idol discovered. It's a rekindling of memories, and part of his spirit is tied to these Buddhist sculptures, these idols. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm supposed to go back. We're gonna go back here so we can talk to Emma. Hi, Nico. Hello. Oh, Little Giant Robo, thank you so much for taking the time to type all that stuff. So this is gonna be a little while talking to Emma, but this is very, very, very important. It's something that I thought about for a while. Some of you may know that, you know, my prejudice, but I'm not gonna be that way. We're gonna look at this from a very unbiased perspective to see mostly to examine the different ways Wolf interacts with the different people that he comes across, and they're all very different. And obviously, they have the most dialogue between them. Him, Kuro, and Sculptor. Yeah. And Ishin. No, Ishin doesn't talk as much. Unless you get him drunk. Alright. Emma, how are you? How's it going? I thought it was very suspicious when I the first played this game. Why is this? What happened here? Has this always been this way? Why'd you do that? Why couldn't you leave it well alone? Emma. Well, being used to playing FromSoft games, we, just those of us, who have played a lot of FromSoft games, it's very habitual. We see this thing, oh, bonfire, cool. We'll sit down and well, now we have the option to rest, see? Oh, before you didn't have that. At a bonfire, you sit down and that's it. You just refresh your area no matter what, which is great. I love that we have this option to rest if we want to. But so sat here and we rested, and Wolf and I, we rested, we looked back and whoa, who's that? Who's that? Why did this person appear out of nowhere? So we're gonna examine Emma for a little bit. It did strike me as curious that her hair is red, and we can't really, we can kind of see it. She has blue eyes. She has like watery blue eyes that are somewhat similar to Genny's eyes, but Genny's eyes are very far gone, very empty to me. We actually didn't discuss about Genny earlier, how that cutscene is a major reward for us in New Game Plus when we're actually able to beat him. It tells you so much about Genny and how he is, at every turn of the story, he's the catalyst. How, this person, he dresses like a lord, but doesn't honor any of the key codes that come with the outfit. The Ishin wouldn't do what he had done. There's Ishin says anything it takes to win, but there's fucking boundaries, yo. Even Wolf didn't cut him down right away. He stayed his hand with mercy, as what the blade signifies. It goes to show just how far gone Genny is. Really desperate. Really, really desperate. We learn later, we'll look at it now actually, Genny's key memory, remnant of, we're going to look at both of them. We'll look at Genny, and we'll look at Dinner Genny. Look at, oh my god, I have 8 of these. The battle memory of extraordinary fear. Born a peasant, Genichiro Ashina was taken in by the Ashina after his mother's death. With his country on the brink of defeat, Genichiro took to heretical arts and mastered the lightning of Tomoe. Such heresy may be the key to saving her. Now, her is obviously in reference to Ashina, how he, it's the whole, it's like Mother Russia, just his love for Ashina, whatever. But I think it's become way corrupt. His motivations and purpose and all that. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But it tells you that, all these guys, these, Genny, Wolf, I don't know so much from Emma. We only know what she tells us in her stories. But a lot of these people, they come from very humble backgrounds. Yeah. I feel very sorry for Genny. He's my favorite character. Let's look at Emma. Her clothing, it's very very upper class. Especially that color of cloth, that dye, the pattern woven into it, it's water. It's a big deal. I don't often see them wearing red though. No, unless it's like for celebratory or ceremonial purposes, right? Usually don't see them wear red. Yeah, no. Also the lining is red too. Very interesting. So it's it reminds me of a shrine maiden outfit where they wear red and white. That's very interesting too. Like, why is it that when you reload the idol, she's right here?
No, just the fact that how do you get away from here? You have to jump.
Well, she has the door.
Okay.
She has the shinobi door. That's how she goes back and forth between the castle and here. Of course I find it suspicious. We're a wolf. We're a ninja. We're suspicious of everything. I do like her. They put a lot of thought into everyone's facial designs. I think Wolf, like for their first set protagonist, they did a fantastic job. And they he's just always interesting to look at. He's a good-looking guy, and you know, whenever he poems, it looks fabulous. It just never gets old. And her. I think if we are going to look at real historical referencing, I think she might have Korean, Russian heritage. That's, you know, up in northern Japan, which is where this is, actually. This is in northern Japan. Little Giant Robo, I love Journey to the West. It's a great story. Super fun. The best out of the four, in my opinion. Fun, in terms of fun, and not a slog to read. Yeah. Yeah, so let's talk to her. Yeah, she's very, very ceremonial and very upper class outfit for a doctor. That's what I wanted to note too, is the ranking of surgeons and doctors in Japan. You know, how different is it from Western culture? I mean, Sheb, you're very familiar with all Western fucking history. Surgeons and shit, they're a dime a dozen. You know, it's not like doctors nowadays where apparently we're supposed to hold them in very high regard and pay them lots of money. But it's different, very different back then. So very curious how this woman rose through the ranks and you know, is in such finery. There's no even on Kuro. On everyone, Ishin included, everyone has a little bit of wear and tear to their clothing, and she doesn't. It's even her shoes, her socks.
Just like Genny.
Everything is untarnished. Genny's clothing has wear and tear on it too. It does. On his armor and stuff, there's a little bit.
That's formal, but not like Kuro.
Yeah. This outer coat, it does look simple, but it looks very heavy woven, and the red lining says a lot. Like it's outwardly simple, but no, it's very you know, high crafted for highborn clothing. Yeah, I can't see what's that thing stuck in her. In her dress. Is that a fan?
Use the scope.
Oh, yeah, her scope. Okay. Alright, let's talk to you, lady. Hello.
誠に息を吹き返したのですね。流因の力。この目でしかと見ることになるとは。
何者だ。
エマと言います。猿お方に仕えるクスシです。
猿お方とは。
すみませぬが、主の命にて明かせません。ただ、あなたを助けよと、そう仰せつかっています。信用しろとは言いません。ですが、私は主の命を果たさねばならぬのです。あなたが持っている薬水のひょうたん、それは もともと私が作り上げたものです。クスシとして助けとなりましょう。
このひょうたん、お主が作ったというのか。
はい。元はクロ様のためにあなたが譲り受けていたのですね。気づいているかもしれませんが、このひょうたんの薬水はおのずと湧き出します。尽きたとて少し休めばまた満ちるでしょう。
クスシとしての助けとは。
ひょうたんの種をお持ちください。
種だと。
はい。薬水はひょうたんの種より湧き出します。新たな種を加えれば薬水の傘が増すでしょう。手に入れたら持ってきてください。
わかった。
Her speech with Wolf, we're gonna pay attention to how she also speaks to Geni, Ishin, and Kuro. But when she speaks to him, I sense it's a little bit flowery. She uses a lot of honoraries with him, and very polite. And there's, to me, it gives off a sense of sincerity and frankness. She is answering his questions, but I want to bring to attention a little bit the reason why I thought it was curious when we rested here and she's the first thing I saw, is it just set off a little bit something in me with regards to Japanese folklore or Far Eastern folklore, is that women in stories are characters that you watch out for. I'm just gonna stop there. I don't want to assume like make it seem like I'm presuming too much. But that's a key characteristic in Japanese storytelling. It's weird though, like as outwardly sexist as they may be. It's actually, if you guys have seen Ran, it's a very good indication that women are actually the powers behind the throne, and still are today. They're the ones that hold the purse strings. They're the ones who are controlling, who are actually in power on the surface. So yeah, it's just something that I noticed, just something that I remember. Yeah, when I first saw her. And I'm also very much immersed as the character of Wolf, and I can sense the reservation that he has towards her. And he's very short, very brief. He's basically taking what she says, as maybe with a grain of salt. Yeah, from the way he's speaking to her, very, very brief. He doesn't speak much to her.
なんだ。
少し顔を見せてください。
何？
白いあざ。これは生まれつきですか？
いや。
ならば、留飲を受けた者に現れるということか。あるいは兆しか。
もう良いか。
ああ、十分です。無礼をしました。すみません。
Alright, that is a critical moment in their relationship. I really think that it's not conveyed heavily. There's not enough weight put in it in the translations. In Japanese society, the culture, it's basically a very much a no contact interactions. You know, the whole bowing thing. We most of us are familiar with that. To level up to physical interactions, even so much as even as small of an act and as Western of an act as shaking hands, it's a pretty big leap. And here, she asks if she could look at his face. He said "nani," it's very forthright of her to to be it's just really fucking bold. And he never gave her permission. That's the thing. Like, that was a very big breach of I would say trust, and just a little too much of taking advantage of what she told him, that she's a doctor. And the fact that she's the way she did it in a way that sort of just seeing him as something to observe, it's very, very not just rude, it's highly inappropriate. So all of that honorary speech before, it just goes right out the window here for me. And the way he says, are you done? It's very, on the edge of just, it's about as courteous as he could be without saying get the fuck away. Yeah. I think he's only just to this level of courtesy only because she's here. She's here where the sculptor is at, this guy who saved his life. You can see that this place is fucking covered with emblems, and this is a sacred place. So yeah, he's affording her with as little courtesy as possible. I think that's what I hear, and not just the early interactions, but later on as well. Yeah. Have you seen Sword of the Stranger, Quendra? No, I haven't seen it either. Yes, Destroma, hi. How's the mic sound? My Sherpa app needed to be updated, so I didn't. I turned it off. So I hope it sounds good. How is Dark Souls 1 DLC an allegory for Buddhism? Let me read that. Hang on. Let me read what you said. Living Yokakara, they will understand the allegory of the boss memory system. Readers will also understand how the DLC of Dark Souls 1 is one giant Buddhist allegory. Oh, you mean the whole redemption? And it's not reincarnation though, is it? I never thought about that. Never thought that there is a Buddhist correlation there. I would love to talk about that later. Manus is a false selfness, source of desire and birthplace of evil. You know what? That says a lot. We should do a DS1 Lorethrough as well. There's so much to talk about there. Can you talk more to you?
よく参られました。白いあざは生まれつきではない。ならば、留飲を受けた者に現れるということか、あるいは兆しか。では、また。
It's not goodbye, by the way. It's more like see you later, alligator. Till we meet again later. Remember, sometimes I say mata ne. See you later. Did I pick it up? Did I get the pellets? Yeah, I did. All right, let's go talk to Hanbe. How are you guys liking this? Are you enjoying this lore through? Am I doing an okay job presenting, you know, interesting ideas and points of discussion? I rarely use this. Yeah, I rarely use this offering box. Hey Hanbe, you look like shit, brah. Should have looked for a tailor to fix your shit. The off-the-shoulder look is not good, brah. Hey.
見ぬ顔だな。そこもと名は。名乗られぬか。だが腕ある忍びとお見受けした。忍びの技ならば、あるいは。そこもとよ。ぜひそれがしと立ち会ってもらおう。
I love how he gets up. That's the centipede. That's too bad. You need the mortal blade for me to finish you off, bruh.
そこもとの立ち筋、見事なものであった。それがしをかように従前に殺した者、そうはおらぬ。お主は何だ？死なず、あるいは虫つきと呼ぶ者もおるな。死ねぬので、ただここにおるのだ。そこもとはこのような荒れ寺で何よ。随分と眉間にシワが寄っておる。そこもとよ。それがしを使い、刀の修練をせぬか。お主の使命を果たすために。死ねぬ体ゆえ、幾度でも切られてやれるぞ。どうじゃ。
Sure.
承知した。よし。ではやろう。刀を振らば。気も紛れるというもの。
Who said?
そこもとよ。この社には行き場を失った者が集うようだ。俺、現にそれがしもここにおる。だからかの。そこの賽銭箱にも時折何やら流れ着くのよ。
You shouldn't look, brother. You shouldn't look in the offering box. Bad.
この社には
Bad boy.
ま、そこもとの技の試し、いくらでも受けようぞ。
Alright. I think it's super interesting. Well, Hanbe's great. He's, he holds nothing back, really, like, with communicating with Wolf. Very honest, very frank. Probably just wants this all to end. I find it very interesting that those who are infested, that we have ever seen, this guy, those centipede monks, and obviously the ape, don't really know the true monk because she's completely covered from head to toe. But I do think it's interesting that, you know, the wounds that they sustain, they remain. They do not heal. They're just broken. It's very sad. I'll be back for you later, Hanbe. Those of you who don't know, there is a excellent graphic novel series featuring Hanbe that tells his story, how his armor is actually from a little bit. I know. I have everything. I fucking platinumed. I have everything. Okay. Let me have a look. Huh. The Stroma. I have talked about a lot of stuff that we haven't seen yet. I mean, I've showed Dinner Dad's memories. We talked about Hirata and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's better for someone who has already played through the game, because otherwise a lot of things also won't make sense, because, you know, there's only so much I can cover while, you know, having Wolf standing in one place for so long. Vignesh, he doesn't cover the eyes of his major boss enemies. He vaults over and doesn't face them, doesn't look them in the eye, and he also does the Buddhist prayer gesture. But yeah, with Emma, she is the only person whom he holds right to his face when killing her. No, actually, no, Genny too, because Genny, that's special. He didn't hold Genny to his face, but they held eye contact for sure. They are locked in a cycle of vengeance, those two. Excellent relationship. But yeah, that's what you get. Told you, Emma, to not touch my face. Yeah, lots of spoilers. Lots of spoilers. Hanbe is a good boy. You know, he's really useless in training us, but he tries, you know. But yeah, his clothing, his armor is if I have to be super accurate, it's pretty fucking dated. Like, not saying the look of it. Yeah, it's fucking worn down to shit.
He's from the 20-year war with Ashina.
Yes. This was 20 years ago. This was 20 years ago. This is not the same gear that they wear. Obviously, the face mask and shit is probably, yeah. Yeah, Destroma, definitely go grab the graphic novels. You will love them. Excellent. They tell of how he came to be and some of his adventures and how he, you know, ended up being so run down. Yeah. Let's go. Let's pick some shit up and look at this. This fucking bridge is broke. Who would do such a thing? Where does that go? You know, I don't even know. We gotta find out. What is that? Where does that go?
Doesn't it lead to where you
There's a pathway.
see the snake shed?
I don't think so. I don't remember, actually. I actually never looked at it. There's icicles and shit. Nice. Alright, let's go and grab some shit. And we're gonna pay attention to where items are located. That's always been a thing with Miyazaki, telling us about places and people with item locations. He's always been great at that. Hey. Psych! Oh, I just love it. I love how he covers that. I think he's trying also to cover their mouths. Sometimes it just works out that way where it ends up being covering their faces, but most of the time I see him covering their mouths so they can't scream, and he does it from behind too. Sometimes if the animation is just right, I think that's how it works out, is the intention is that he keeps a foot on their ankle so they can't move. It's great. This guy's great at death blows, man. Fucking
Positions them so they lean into him.
Yes, he uses also the weight of their body to remove his weapon. I've always loved that. Very, very effective, minimal movement. Oh, fuck! God damn. What? No. Solaris, it's because I've been living here in the US for like over 10 years, so my accent is a little bit all over the place. You know, I'm surrounded by Americans, so that's it's just what happens to people when they've immigrated. When I start reading, when I speak to people from England or Australia, the accent comes right back. Or when I become aware of it, like just now, you know, when it's brought up. So yeah, some of you are pretty used to it by now. How all over the place my accent is. But see, I can get right back into it. Mistraven, a prosthetic tool loaded with the feather of a mistraven, costs spirit emblems to use. When attacked in the assumed stance, disappear like the mist and move away. Once you think you've caught one, all that will remain is feathers. That is the mark of a true mistraven. But yeah, when I read, it comes right back. Yeah. So we're gonna look at where shit's at. Oh god, we gotta kill all these people. What's your health? Oh, you got it all back. Hey! Hey! Did you guys know that when you perform different kinds of death blows, it produces different levels of noise, attracting attention or not? You know, when you do air blows, they're the loudest. And ledge hang blows are, I think, the quietest, I think. Or maybe just the plain backstabs, stack babs. Yeah. Oh. Oh god, we gotta kill all these peoples. Can we not do that? I'm really used to just running away like an absolute coward. Hey. Who can we kill here first? That's a Charlie sniper, that's a Charlie sniper. There's wolfoids here. We gotta kill them first. Lasers! Psych, psych, psych! Where's the other one? Where's the wolfoid? No, it's a guy. Dumbass. Dumb fucking wolves. You know nothing! Ceramic shards. They put these in places where you can learn about how to use them too. Shards. How many of you have used shards correctly for key attention grabbing around corners? That's the best way to use them. Shev was one who taught me how to use them. Use shards correctly. Or again, we're gonna be as ninja as possible. Hey. I'm gonna switch to my key feathers of honor. Always use these guys. You're the only one there. Yeah. Hello! Psych! Alright, we got everything. See, look, when we suck shit up, you know, I just thought that was so interesting. When, you know, we're in the tutorial area, you can't suck shit up. You gotta pick little parcels off the ground. But now that we've been reborn as a vessel of regret, we can suck shit up. We are now a vacuum of honor. Ungo. See, we got Ungo here. We got Arco in that little cave. Interesting that the Arco was hidden a little bit more away. They're more precious, I think. Do you guys want to know about sugars? Pellets. These are, they're around the soldiers. This is shit that they need. They take pellets. There's ash right by the fire. Ah.
You should show the kanji of all the different types of sugars.
Oh, you want to see the different kanji for all the different sugars? It's great. We'll talk about the sugars too. It's great. Yeah. It's ninja skill. Yeah. Thank you, Avi. Thank you. Yes, the Stroma. He is definitely. It's definitely efficiency. Going for the key organs, killing with speed. Yeah. I wish I could play Tenshu. I think I would suck at it. Yeah, let's do the sugars. Let's put all of them on. I have everything, right? No, I'm gonna use the spirituals. I don't have enough emblems, says I, with 902 emblems. Alright, perfect. Got all of them. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna start with the first one. That's Ako. Interesting that it sounds like it. Ako. The kanji for it is how it sounds. It's increase attack and also increase abilities, like fighting abilities. Yeah.
You do not need the sugars to beat the game.
No, Celara's exposed. You don't need the sugars or indeed prosthetics to beat the game. You can beat the game without ever even hitting your attack button. You can deflect your way through the fights. I'm tempted to show it. I'm tempted to do a no attack playthrough. Other than death blows. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't need them. Yeah, they're great. They help a lot, but you don't need them. They're not required for winning. Just to touch upon it real briefly. Ako, this guy. Ako is it gives you 12.5% more attack power, and you also deal significantly more posture damage than Yashariku. Yashariku does 25% more overall damage, but it's mostly geared towards vitality, not posture. That's something that they don't really talk about in the descriptions. That's something that we had to figure out on our own. Yeah. Let me go back up and see if I missed anything. Okay. All right. You didn't know they were useful? They can be very useful, NHR 777. If you want to just experiment with playstyles. I think Gachin is really useful. Gachin and Gokan would be very useful on a first playthrough. Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. Protection. Yeah. The kanji also sounds like how the sugars sound, ongo. That says it literally says protection, not nourishment, but it's like a bandage. Yeah. And then the next one. It says it sounds just like Gokan, the kanji. It's steel abilities. So basically indicating that you have a steel-clad posture now. The first one means steel, metal, hard shit, and the next word is abilities. Here, last one. Oh. Moon. What is that? Not hide. Moon concealment. Yes, concealment. Or invisibility. Yes, I love when you stand against a thing that's dark. Look at that. You have the reflection of the moon. The power of the moon, just like Sailor Moon. It's rightfully yours. ごめんね素直じゃなくて 目の中なら言える Oh, we got one more 思考回路はそっと寸前今すぐ会いたいよ Hey! That's Yashariku, and it's the words are very interesting. It's knight, cross, and that last one is a very interesting word. It means a tool, like weaponry, or that's the best way I can. Weaponry, mechanic, yeah. Very, very close. It's the best way I can come across it, but to get that across. But yes, it's crossing with, you know, the dark powers of the night to you know, to gain key powers. Now we're at half health. Fuck it. We're gonna rest anyway. Let's look at the item descriptions. The candies and the spiritfuls are completely different. See, we were going to talk about candy. Sugar candy made in Senpo Temple, sustaining Arco's blessing, boosts attack power for a time. Bite the candy and take the Arco stance to impart its inhuman benediction. The spirits embody excess karma. One must bite down hard on the candy and endure what has been brought to pass. So it doesn't really tell you very much. You know, it just tells you that the candies are made in Senpo. Now, there's a very cool story, again, that I saw from the Lore channel. Another, such a good channel. It's just a shame they stopped making shit that I haven't seen them very active lately. Is the chapter that they made about food. There's a very interesting relationship between Sad Dad and the candies that they speculated. Sad Dad is the armored warrior. You know, he's dad, he's sad. Sad Dad. Sad Dad, very obviously, if you know anything about armor and you know, Western history or whatever, it's Portuguese. His armor is Portuguese, and it looks like it's furbished by Japanese samurai, refurbished. And the cool thing is that for a time, not particularly during this time, but a little bit before this, there was a lot of trading between the Japanese and the Spanish and Portuguese. Huh? Oh yeah, NHR, I use the Gachin for the monkey fight all the time. It makes the fight last only 30 seconds. It's great. Yeah. If the stances he makes have any significance, I thought about that. I mean, they're really cool yoga poses. They're all acts of you know, they're geared towards Buddhism, prayer. But they're also, see, this is something that Andrew Tiha, our game master actually, who brought this up, is that only the monks and ninjas know how to perform these yoga poses, and that's why the soldiers have no use for it, or the Ashina people have no use for it. They don't know how to perform these stances. Yeah, but we're going back to trading between Japan and Portuguese, and the Portuguese and the Spanish, and sugar candies were an actual thing. They came in the ones from Portugal. They came in the form of, they look like confetti, very small, like star-shaped, flower star-shaped little candies that you know, had all the colors like pinks and yellows and stuff, but they weren't like, you know, don't think of it like fruit flavored candies or something. They were just mostly sugar with spices. That's, whoa. Thank you for the sub one again right now. Who is that? Martin Leopold. Thank you for subbing to the channel. What was I saying? Yeah, the candies, they were a real thing for sure. And the fact that they made their way into Sekiro in the form of, you know, these candies that give you power is great. We'll talk about the relationship of the candies and Sad Dad when we get to him. Oh, yeah, it's, I gotta go in a little bit. Because I have an appointment. We are going to fight Ned, and then we're gonna call it a day. I love that we spent the last, like, we actually used up all 3 hours to talk about lore. I mean, there's so much to examine in, you know, in Sekiro. It's just great. It's a sign of a good story. You know, you can talk about it and speculate forever. Yeah, I'm at 99 attack power, yo. So here is where you would pick up the shuriken wheel. Obviously you can't now. I'm gonna take all this shit off. We are gonna look and see. Yeah. It's different shit. The shit that you pick up is different from when you have it put on. So, remind me to look, because we're going to continue with this playthrough because we have everything. It's better than the other guy, who has nothing. But yeah, when you pick shit up, the actual tool has a different item description than when it's been made into a prosthetic. So we're not going to look at that right now, because they're all different. They're all upgrades and shit like that. So hi, Ned. That's Ned. Hey. Why is it that when, you know, you can always pick up a monocular, you know? Fuck. I want to look at him. Let's look at Ned. Again. Nice. There's a great channel that did Sekiro enemies and bosses unmasked. Very cool. You can see the models of these individuals with their masks and hoods and stuff taken off. I love what's written on that banner. It's there is honor in death, and life is worthless if in shame. Yeah, there is no life with shame. There is honor in death. Yeah, pretty much. We get it. We got the key honor system of Japan. Where's the cock? Oh yeah, he's on the other side. There he is. Over there, way over there. Right there. Hi. What's this? Pellets. They hide a lot of the shit around here. This little garrison. Look at that! I never noticed that! Holy shit, it's a trebuchet.
No.
What do you call those? They're not called trebuchets. It's not a light. Why has it got this, why is it held?
So you can bring it down.
I thought it was a trebuchet. It's not a trebuchet. My bad. When I see a thing like that, I just automatically assume you put balls in it and you fling them. My bad. But we gotta go after fighting Ned, and if you can think of any questions, any key topic that you would like for me to touch upon and discuss. Oh my god, thank you, Avi, for the power donation of $9.99 American dollars. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, our Discord is full of talented individuals. Alright, here we go. Psych! No. Fuck, get up. No! Don't you dare heal in front of me! Got you! Psych! How dare you break my posture when again today now. Even with 99 attack power, we can still get posture broken. I still suck at these Neds. Their attacks are weird. Really weird timing. I've gotten a little bit better, but still. When I haven't fought them in a while. Alright, so we have a lot more to do here. We gotta go through this whole area. And I love the way they built this makeshift little outskirts garrison. You know, very run down and shitty. And there's you know, a couple of houses. There's Peggy's house, doesn't even have a roof on it. Poor lady. She's right there with you. There's Peggy. Grandma Peggy. He's having a great time. Just playing with a bell, you know. There's Inosuke hanging out next to his fire. It's awesome. One happy family. Yeah. So we're gonna come back here later. Next Friday. No, don't do that. We're gonna...
Maybe you should do this Wednesday too.
Would you guys like me to also do this on Wednesdays? That way we'll be able to cover a lot more. So like skip the Cuphead streams and continue with this Lorethrough because it's gonna be long. We also gotta save Scum and do the two different paths, the good options and the bad ending. So what do you think? Do it more. I'm not gonna do it every day. Oh, the S1 Grand Plat, no worries. No, thank you for staying around and listening. If you have any questions, you know, if there's, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I know this story pretty fucking well by now, but still, I still have lots of questions. Still a lot of unanswered mysteries. But I hope that by, you know, voicing them and pointing things out, discussing, and, you know, keeping this you know, open discussion, you know, between us, it would help us understand even more. What I hope to do is to bridge the cultural and language barriers as best as I can. My Japanese, like my speaking Japanese is like that of a 3 or 5 year old. But yeah, I can still glean a lot from my upbringing. Yeah. Oh, look at that! It's a spiral cloud! Beautiful. Yeah, alright. Oh my god, thank you! Thank you, Andrew, for the power donation of 20 American dollars. Woot! I love that little sticker. What's very sad and you don't want to kill him ever again? Oh, oh, Dirty Jazz Hands, thank you. All right, let's do it. Let's do it on Wednesdays too. That way we'll be able to cover a lot more. Okay. Yes, the sad dad story is very sad. We'll get into that. All right. So I have an appointment in an hour. I have to get ready for it, and I have a meeting. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. And Destroma, I have something to give you. I totally forgot to get on the Discord and send it to you. We'll see you on Wednesday. All right. I'm really happy that we had a fantastic time. Really happy that you guys are on board with this. Seriously, if you think of anything, I could miss things. I could walk right by them and not think of them. Let me know. All right. Mata ne. What am I doing?